Coverage and reporting of electoral issues pre, during and post-election will be our focus on Media Review on Insights today. And I have with me Manager News of the NTA, Mohammed Ali. Thank you very much for coming around.
Well, my pleasure, Cecil.
I hope you'll give us as much insight as possible into this topic.
Well, I'll do as much as I can.
Because obviously you've been covering elections for a while now, so I guess you can clear many areas that would want to know. Now, build up to elections usually creates sometimes tension between both parties, bad blood sometimes. Then election comes and goes, and usually there are different different opinions about the turnout of elections. Now let's using Ekiti as focus. What would you say pre-election coverage has been like? Would you say both parties have had a fair share of media coverage pre-election?
Well, when you say both parties, you are making
all
us think there are only
okay,
two
all
parties.
parties, my bad.
Now remember, there were 35 political parties that participated with 34 contestants. Though 2 or 3 days to the election, some of the parties formed a coalition of 25 and said they were backing one of the candidates who eventually won the election. But today, normally, you know, when there is an election of such magnitude, you will find out that there is a lot of political campaigns and what have you. And we as a journalists and NTA in particular, our mandate is to make sure that we promote national unity, integration, give everybody equal. But you agree with me that before that, all the candidates were given equal opportunity. All their coverages, all their campaigns were covered. We monitored from here. We directed our crew on ground there to do what is necessary. And we covered extensively. But one thing is there, we don't allow, we abide by the NBC codes covering political actions or political rallies and campaigns.
Want to remind us a little of what the code is about? Yes,
you know, there are some words that we don't use. We have to give them equal, giving them equal opportunities part of the code, and then they give them equal time, and then the language is no vulgar languages, no abuses, you know, and you don't have to take side. You will not take any, you don't take any side. Maybe you cover this political party and you don't cover these political parties, and we don't charge fees for campaigns and other things. So these are some of the NBC codes that we have to abide, and that we did before the election in Ekiti State. So the pre-election, yeah, we handled it very well. You know, despite the drama and what have you, can see that the NTA managed it very well. We did not made any reports that will cause any issue that will be injurious to the system or the process as a whole.
Okay, that's pre-election.
Yeah.
Now, during the election, of course, that was a height of tension all around. Everybody, all eyes were glued on the media, on the social media, on the print, trying to get updates. How would you say the NTA, for instance, broke the news of the announcement of the results?
Well, before the announcement, let's talk about the election itself. We know the process because we've been engaging. If you can remember, the NTA studio for Ekiti, the site, opened 2 days before the election. So within these 2 days, we are able to build up, follow the build up to the election. The pre-election, we know have to educate the people as well. It's part of our responsibilities. The election is going to be on so date. These are the processes. All you need to come with your card, you know, then join the queue, you do accreditation and you vote simultaneously. You can go home or you can start at a safe distance. We told them all this is as part of, and then on the election day proper, we monitored how the stations, polling units were opened. We sent our reporters across the 3 senatorial districts, how the time it was supposed to be open at 8, and most of our reporters were there before 8 at the designated polling unit. We were there when they came with the materials. Did they have enough materials? Were they orderly? What did they do? Did the election commence on time? We all reported that. We have our drones, we have our stream boxes, we have our direct link, we have the OB van. We are reporting all this live. And we also have our online where we were posting pictures and then telling people the developments.
Wow, okay.
Despite and then we are also monitoring the security arrangement. How adequate was it? We were reporting that one as well.
You're trying to give a comprehensive,
full... Yes, the women participation, youth participation, the aged, the physically challenged. These are people that you all look forward to, and then you report their participation in the system. And of course, when the voting commenced, when voting ended, when collations started, I mean, that is the counting of vote, we all reported that. You know, despite the tension, you have to give, if you keep people abreast, giving them accurate information, they will forget about any tension. They will be following you, and they will be eager to know what is going to happen next. And so we as a journalists, we were just doing our job, because we've covered several elections in the past. So some were even more tense than this one, but we were able to go. We have to do, somebody has to do the job, and we were there to do the job, and we did it. Okay,
and particularly announcement of the results. Was it done? How was it exactly done so as not to have created?
That is a system and a process that INEC has. You know, there were some innovations during the Ekiti that INEC keep trying to perfect the system.
Because people before the final announcement of the results have
started, especially on the social media.
Social media, of course, we know is a dangerous tool. But how exactly is? You know,
the issue is every polling unit, at the end of if by 2 o'clock nobody's on the queue, election stops. But if there are people on the queue by 2 o'clock, they will close the line. Nobody will join again, but everyone that is on the queue will vote. And immediately the last person votes, they will start collation with the agents, and it's going to be in public. They will sort out all the ballots. They'll sort them out. Then after sorting them out, they will not start counting 1, 2, 3. Party A, 3 votes. Party B, 10 votes. So at that polling unit, at each polling unit, the election result is announced. So that is why you see people on the social media, they will say, maybe for instance, polling vote A, B, this party, this party B. So by the time you know of this one, another person posts, another person posts, another person posts, then you will start maybe now doing some mathematics from the vote, and that is why you see people will jump to conclusion that this party is likely to win, this party is doing, but then we as a NTA, we don't do that. We wait for nobody is allowed to announce election results except INEC. INEC, that is a designated person as the returning officer, the state returning officer that is appointed by INEC to do so. And so we just reported that collation has begun and counting of votes has begun, and then we would now shift our attention to INEC, where results were coming in and we were announcing. Remember, we were live. When the results were coming in from the various places, we are telling the people that more and more people are bringing in their results. That is the returning officers from the 16 local government areas. And of course, after the compilation, each of the returning officer will come and read out. But before then, electronically, they were transmitting the result from each of the
now I get to understand that as much as possible, the media followed it step by step, so we can see how fair it's been. Election over, announcement results made, a winner emerged. There's still some murmurings and some complaints at the background in some quarter. How is the media trying to help channel this discussion so it wouldn't turn out to be another big whole lot of drama?
Yes.
Very briefly.
Yes, you know, post-election has always been a serious issue in developing countries, and Nigeria in particular. The process will go fine, the election will fine, but once the result is announced, sometimes you see the reaction which may lead to conflict and other things. But we as media will manage information. What we do, we just report. We will now make it that this system, to the best of our ability, is because we are not passing verdict, saying it is either transparent or not. It's not our duty. Our duty is to report, not to judge. And we have been reporting the system, and we've given everybody chance, the aggrieved to talk, the person that's supposed to respond. So by giving people the opportunity to talk, to state their own part of the something, and then meeting those that are supposed to act upon what these people said, is what we are supposed to do.
How is the social media supposed to help, if any?
Well, the social media, you know, is unregulated because everybody can post anything. But the social media has the responsibility of ensuring that they don't fabricate news and just post it simply because they want they have a side or they want to express an opinion. You should remember that if you are going to express an opinion that is going to lead to the split of blood or even death, it's better for you to keep it to yourself, because by reporting something that will lead to death and destruction, we are not doing any good to anybody.
Okay, I just will have to close now, even though in 10 seconds, can you tell me any lessons learned for next elections?
Yes.
Briefly.
The lesson learned from this election is that if everybody follows the laid down rules and regulation, we are going to get everything perfect. And that is what we are working towards in 2019.
Mohammed Ali, Manager News, NTA, thank you very much for coming around and educating us. All right, now you know, social media news carriers, please be careful with the kind of news you carry, and let's try to see as much as possible peace, unity should be uppermost in our minds. Next, a couple of elections will be coming in some months, and of course the 2019 next year. Please be all prepared. This has been Media Review. My name is Cecil, and in moments we'll come on to the concluding part of Insight with Omini.
I believe you learnt a lot about electoral governance in Nigeria and also the role the media plays pre, during, and after the elections. Cecil?
All right, it's been a very insightful time. I believe you've learned a lot. I have learned a couple too. So till next week, let's do this again.
Your mindset may be that of violence by 2019 election, but with this program, I believe you have been reorientated on the fact that your PVC is your strength, and how you use it determines who you vote into power. Make up your mind to be active by 2019 general elections. That's that. On behalf of all of us, always watch Insight. Bye-bye.